All right, this is Sun Scorpio 8, and this is a part 2 to my first video about the trends basically being fat in America, and it's specifically, this video is specifically for black women here in America. I'm just trying to pass on some tips, some things I know that really does work for me and I know can really work for you also. Not sure where I left off with the other one, but I'm just gonna pick up right here. In the previous video, I mentioned how my mom talks about moderation and resting your stomach, and I want to talk about resting your stomach really quickly. That would be fasting. There's different ways to fast. Even if you did a 1-day fast, where you just had liquids. People, you have to be really careful when you do fast. And long-term fasts, in my opinion, is when you really, really have to be very careful. You have to read up and do your research. I recommend doing your research. But doing a 1-day fast, which some people probably doesn't do anything, but it does a lot for me personally. I know everyone's body is different, and I know for me, if I do a 1-day fast, I notice a difference. I notice a good difference in my health personally. And that would just be me resting my stomach for a 24-hour period. And this is especially good for women because we have cycles, and sometimes it's just not good to eat really heavy around that time. You might feel sick. It might make you feel more bloated. So moderation, when talking about, let me back up, when talking about resting your stomach, moderation plays into that as well. If I am going to do a fast and I decide I just want to drink all day, I will have various fresh juices, like in the morning time, orange juice, grapefruit cocktail, and maybe I'll drink that all morning with water. And throughout the day, coconut water. I showed on another video the coconut water I like to drink. It comes in a box. I don't recommend the coconut water in a can because the aluminum usually, I don't eat any canned items anymore because the aluminum can leak through to the food. So that's why I stay completely away from aluminum canned items, I should say. So resting your stomach, please just do research on fasting and you'll see the various ways you can fast. Fasting and meditation and prayer, in my opinion, go hand in hand. So just check that out. Do some research on that of your own. But I know for me, usually when I fast, it'll be on the weekend, either a Saturday or a Sunday where I'm home all day. I might be cleaning that day, not doing much of anything else, just relaxing, and so I'll fast. If I go to the gym though, I usually do not fast. So typically I go to the gym on a Saturday. I don't always make it to the gym on a Saturday, but lately I've been pretty much on track. So Sundays is usually my day of fasting, where I'll be in the house and I'm just drinking juices and various things all day, just giving my stomach a break. Also, another way to fast, in my opinion, is if you eat fruits all day, you're drinking water and eating fruits all day throughout the day. That's another type of fasting cleanse, in my opinion. Other people might not see it that way, but I see it that way. I've done that. I do that sometimes. I do it several times a month, actually, when I think about it. And it's another good way just to cleanse and to help keep my colon and other organs functioning properly. Now, I wanted to get into moderation a little bit more. Like I mentioned in the other video, the coffee, people having like 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day, every day, that's insane. In my opinion, they become addicted to it. I have plenty of coworkers that they can't function unless they had that first cup of coffee for the morning, and then thereafter they have to have 2 or 3 more cups. I think that's an addiction, and that's just my personal opinion again. But I also want to tell everyone There are various foods you can eat. If you're a meat eater, in my opinion, you don't need to really have a lot of meat. And what I mean by that is most people will have meat every day, and that's the main course. That's the main thing. If you do decide to have meat every day, it should be small portions with vegetables. So you should be eating your meat and your vegetables. The way I grew up, every day we had rice with a vegetable. And sometimes my mom would put ground beef in it, or sometimes we would have chicken with it, or sometimes we would have fish with it. But a lot of the times it would just be, especially when we got older, it would just be the rice and the vegetable. And that's because my dad, he's been vegetarian for so many years I can't even count. As long as I can remember, my dad has been vegetarian. So my mother would prepare 2 pots most of the time. And if she did that, she would make it vegetarian, and then she would say, okay, well, I'm going to make some chicken today, and I'm going to add that. So let me make the vegetarian dish first, and then take out some of the vegetables and put that aside. So there's various things you can do. So say you have a family and you want to try the vegetarianism thing or the vegan thing. That's the way to do it. You can make 1 pot really, and then you can just separate out. If you decide you want to add chicken or meat to it, you can separate out the vegetables some of the vegetables before adding any animal to it. Let me see some other tips. I know when I'm at work, I try to get out at lunchtime. It doesn't happen every time, to walk around outside to get some fresh air, and that's a good thing to do. Also, because I'm at my desk a lot, another tip, actually, ladies, you can work your stomach. You can work those stomach muscles while sitting in a chair. That's another thing you can do while at work, especially if you have a sit-down job. Well, my time is going to be up soon. There's a lot of different things you can do, but you have to plan. You have to plan how you want to change your current lifestyle if you are struggling with weight. And I've been talking about having a food journal forever. This is my food journal. It's a composition book. I paid $1 for this at the dollar store. I've had it actually since 2002 because I haven't been writing in it every day. But the food journal is key. It's very important. It has really, really helped me to improve my health so much. I can't explain to you all how much it has really, really helped me to improve. So my advice to Black women, after reading parts of that article, and I hope you all check it out for yourself and do your own research. My advice to you all is you have to come up with a plan as to how you want to change your current lifestyle if you're not happy with it. And I find writing to be one of the best ways to do that. So you get your food journal and you put your plan in the front. You say, this is what I plan on doing. This is the date I plan on achieving whatever it is, and explain how you plan to get to that goal and go from there. And write in your food journal every day as far as how you're eating, what you ate, where you ate, when you ate. Very important. You go back and you read that stuff and you really start to make changes. You say, well, wow. After eating that, I really felt that way, and you can make positive changes that will influence your current habits and change those habits into better habits. All right, this is Sun Scorpio 8. I hope I didn't ramble on. I hope that someone has found some good information from this video, and I will post the link to that article. Please be conscious. Take care of yourselves. Peace.